All right, guys, I come to you with some serious, massive news here. Keeper could even come on and say it, but here it is. Ben Armstrong with $80 million of XRP in a wallet. Question everything, trust nothing. This is Debate Crypto.
It's your boys, Keeper and Crusader here.
It's rough, man, but here it is.
Here with another episode.
Right? We got to bring you the hardcore truth no matter what's going on. So, guys, buckle up. It's going to be
Buckle
an
up.
interesting show.
Hopefully everybody is doing well. It's Friday. We're going to have some fun today. Strap in. We've got some interesting information, as Crusader alluded to, so stick around for that. Y'all know we are close with your boy Ben, and we got the info. We got the intel, so stick around for it. We'll talk about it a little bit later on. Smash the like if you haven't already. Make sure that you have on bell notifications. The viewership has been going in the subscriber count has been going in the wrong direction. So what you do is you hit like, and then if you haven't already subscribed, you hit subscribe. You don't hit it twice. You don't unsubscribe. You just hit it once, okay? Patriot Caveman, first in the chat, said, what up, fellas? What's up, Patriot Caveman? Good to see you, brother. Somebody's got a T-shirt on the way. He knows who he is, the caveman himself. Hey, caveman, I just want to throw out there, I'm not sure. I didn't see the message Crusader did. Did he give us a shirt size, Crusader?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, if you didn't, caveman, message us a shirt size. Holy crap. We got
ambulance. You got 80 million in your XRP wallet?
They're coming to get it. They're coming to get it. Make sure to send us a shirt size, brother, so that I can send that out. I'll send it out this weekend. Del Monte, man, say yes. Lazarus Hand in the house. Good to see everybody. Danny Boy in the house. And John Foster Crypto. So glad everybody's here. Let's get into it. Let's start off, first of all, with the markets, as always. See what's going on. Is it good? Is it bad? Let's take a look. The global crypto market cap is slightly larger than Ben's wallet. It's at 1.05 trillion with a T dollars. That's down 1.86%. Bitcoin's at 26,619, pretty flat, up 1% over the week. Ethereum just under $1,600 at 1597. BNB 21111. XRP. We're going to talk about XRP a couple times today. We've got some news on XRP itself later on. Stick around for that, up 1% at 51 cents. USDC holding strong at $1, baby. Let's go stablecoins. Cardano at 24 cents. I think that's a great buy. Dogecoin at 6 cents. I think that's a good buy. And Solana, run. It's just going to shut down on you. It's down 1.51%. All right. Crusader, you got any TA you want to throw at the people before we get into it? All right, let's do it.
Before we get into the good stuff.
Let's do it.
Here we go. So this is what's happening right now, right? Back to this macro level. We've lost the annual PIV once again. We've come back down. But even if we come down to this point of control and bounce, or even if we come as low as this value area low for the year, we are still building an upward trend from down here. Right. So even if we come all the way down, right, you can lean it over here as much as you want. It is creating an up. It could create an upper trend. Now, if we break this value area low and we come back down to this quarter two PIV, and this trend is broken, then we're obviously heading a lot lower, a lot faster. But what I'm saying is, if we come and test here, or even come here to as low as the value area low with a wick or so, and keep on this trajectory, we are on the way back up to this annual PIV and continuously moving up. There is an ETF decision coming in, I believe, in the next 20 days, or give or take. Maybe a few more, a few less days, which could cause a rally. Maybe there's some hype in the markets, right? People anticipating it going up. So that being said, that's what I'm looking for on the Bitcoin macro, just staying above that annual PIV, man.
Yeah, we're looking for, we've got some interesting news on Bitcoin and how it could affect the markets. Let's start off there. I think that makes sense. Can $590 million Bitcoin options expiry stop the bears. There's one of the bears himself. He looks like he's from the Matrix, the Bitcoin Matrix. It says Friday's Bitcoin options contract expiry day and a sizable stack is about to expire. Crypto markets have turned bearish yet again, retreating as the week comes to a close, but will the options make an impact? On September 22nd, around 22,000 Bitcoin options contracts will expire with a notional value of $590 million. Crusader, we keep stacking on our mining farm down there. Maybe someday that can be our wallet right there, 590 milli. Furthermore, it is a smaller expiry event than previous weeks with a huge chuck. This says a huge chunk. Typo, a huge chunk expiring next Friday. The max pain point of today's batch of expiring Bitcoin options contracts is 26.5, which is not far off current spot prices of 26,660. So effectively that 26.5 number I'll throw out there, if that's the max pain point, if you guys don't know how this works, effectively the market makers search for these numbers. They know what these numbers are, and they effectively will hunt to press the price to that number. They want the pain to be as much, I should say the exchange wants the pain to be as much as possible. That is the price point at which the most people lose and the exchange wins. It's kind of like gambling, right? You continue to play, the house almost always wins. And that's kind of how the exchanges work as well. Now, there's going to be exceptions to that rule. That's why we bring on the best traders in the business. Speaking of that, we've got a huge announcement that's going to be coming up really soon. And we have the biggest names in all of crypto are in on our idea. And,
dude, don't let them all know already. The people from our Discord are like, we can get it. Guys, just be patient. We got some big news.
Discord, we'll let you know first. We will tell you first. But I'm telling you, the biggest names in crypto love the idea. The people involved, we've got people involved that are
going to be very different than you guys.
It's going to be very different than anything you guys have seen. Yep. And nobody's doing it. So I think you guys are really going to love that. So that's coming up. And that will be surrounding trading. I'll just tell you in advance. So you're going to want to check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to involve you, the chat. So make sure you stick around and check that out. All right, Crusader. Bitcoin options expiries. I was talking about how they push these prices towards that max pain point. It's $590 million. At the end of the day, you've got what, 500? Let me see what the market cap is of Bitcoin right now. $518 billion, right? So it is effectively 1/100th. No, 1/1000th of the total market cap. Is it even gonna make a difference?
I bet I was typing to somebody was asking about how to get in the Discord. There's a link down below in the description how to get in the Discord. But my opinion on it right now is the market is so negative already, right? And things have just been so flat that whether good or bad or good news comes out, bad or good news comes out, the price doesn't really move. The price isn't really being affected by news right now at all. We saw that being that expiration thing really affecting the market in the last bull cycle. Every time there was an expiration contract, you can see it to the day, just market dump, right?
Or pump, depending on which way
it was. But it was because of the manipulation of getting that volume trade, right? Because that volume of people in the market either getting wrecked one way or getting wrecked another way really incentivized the market pushers to really push the market one way or another place. Now the market is so flat and there's just so many people that are just standing on the sidelines. So many people are heavily defeated that there isn't that level of volume. So in my eyes, I honestly don't believe it's going to be anything huge for the upside or the downside. I think the biggest thing right now is the ETF hype. That's what I think things are riding on. People are going to ride into the decisions, hoping that's going to happen. And we might see a little rally here and there, but even then, once it comes out, if it gets delayed or whatever, it's definitely not gonna possibly do nothing. It's just continues flat. It's just everything is sideways. I mean, on the daily, you guys can see on the charts, it's just no matter what, we don't move anywhere. We move a few $100 up, a few $100 down, a few $100 up, a few $100 down, no matter what, ETF news or not.
Yeah, it's going to take that big ETF like news to be able to push the markets. And candidly, I think that timing is going to be just perfect. I don't think that it's going to, I personally don't think that it's just going to poof happen, the middle of let's just say this next month. I don't think that it will, because it just doesn't coincide with anything else. If we do get that news, I think we will. I've talked about this a little bit before. I think we will get a nice pump from it. But if you're expecting it to go to 50K or something overnight, it's not going to happen. It's going to take time for that liquidity to pump into the markets, for the institutions to be able to push it out to their people. For effectively, like if you invest, let's say in an IRA or 401k or whatever, those are either going in weekly or monthly or whatever. You're going to have to make a position change for that to happen. You're going to have to talk to whoever it is that's managing your funds to make that change. And so it's going to take a little bit of time for that to stack. It's not just going to happen overnight. So just be aware. It'll be big news. It'll pump the markets, I think, long term for sure. I think that the timing is just going to be the timing, though. It's going to be more regulation is going to be in play, because that's where the big, and they know that, right? We've seen when the gold ETF came out, we looked at the chart yesterday, it just absolutely, took off. Yep. Because they probably expect that to happen as it relates to Bitcoin. These these large institutions that are holding this 401k money and everything are going to, they're loading up in the meantime, and they want, while they load up, obviously the prices to be lower, and then they introduce it to the public. That's always the idea, right? They want to beat all of you to the punch. So that's why we like the dollar cost average. There's 59 people in the chat. Love each and every one of you. Make sure that we have at least, we better at least have 50 likes. Come on, guys. It's free. It's free.
Billy, thank you for dropping our link in the chat. Greatly appreciate it. Huge supporter of the show. Him and members of the show always supporting us, and also Mod. So here, guys, congratulations and shout out to you guys. Appreciate all the guys work that you guys do for us. I'm going to be putting the Danger Close Alpha podcast link as well in the chat. I'll be putting that there real soon. Give me a second.
Yeah, drop that in there. That's on for right now. Now, I will tell you guys, it's a new channel. We have like around 100 subs or something like that. That's just started. That's our political arm. You guys heard us. We used to talk a decent little bit about politics, but we were getting, the hand slapped. So we're taking our chances over on another channel and just going hard over there. That for right now is on Sundays at 1 p.m. There's a chance that might change. It's freaking football. Just being candid with you guys. It's football season, right? And so we might make a change. We do understand that, football's king. It's the United States. Saturdays and Sundays can be a little bit rough in that regard. So we might make a change on that. We'll keep you guys posted. I know a number of people had said, "What, Keeper? It's freaking football season." And I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So we're paying attention to it, and we'll.
For now, it's 1 o'clock, but definitely there's going to be a time change coming.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know.
Especially when that alpha drops, when we change up the show and how it's going to be happening from now forward. Big changes are coming.
Yeah, we have a meeting after the show, guys, for what's happening, and it is a big meeting. So if you pray, say a little prayer for us, because this is big. We've talked about big things before. This will be the biggest change that you guys have seen, and I think could really, really bring a change to how, maybe even how some other channels are doing things, because this is totally different. So we're excited about it. All right, let's move it on. Let's keep it rocking. I got a little something on Arbitrum. I don't pay a lot of attention to Arbitrum. Crusader keeps tossing these Arbitrum articles in there. I think low key he's trying to pump his Arbitrum bags. He hasn't told me he holds any. He hasn't told me he holds any, but these articles keep showing up. So
I don't got any.
I don't know. Arbitrum blockchain traders can now protect against impermanent loss. Let me get rid of that. Decentralized trading service Gamma Swap today expanded to the Arbitrum network in a move developers say could benefit liquidity providers on the popular blockchain. Gamma Swap allows DeFi users to borrow liquidity provider tokens, LP tokens, from automated market makers and short those LP tokens, hedging against supplied collateral or creating low-risk trading strategies. Shorting is a strategy for profiting from falling prices of an asset. Many of you probably know that. A liquidity provider is a user who locks capital in a DeFi app to earn yield on the platform. AMMs, which is automatic market makers, are blockchain-based trading mechanisms that eliminate the need for centralized exchanges. We like that. A Gamma Swap representative told CoinDesk that the team plans to deploy on more blockchains such as BNB and Ethereum and provide support for Uniswap LPs, which lock billions of dollars worth of tokens across thousands and thousands of trading pairs. Crusader, why is this important? Who cares? Tell me.
Well, it's important. If definitely when the DeFi sector comes back, I know the DeFi sector is right now really down and not great. Nobody's excited about it, but it was at some point, and it will be again at some point. And something that people don't understand is when you're putting up your tokens and you're locking up the liquidity, there is a chance of impermanent loss, which works in a way that most people don't really understand. But having a factor where you could prevent that from happening makes it a lot safer for you to yield farm without worrying, right? Because a lot of people jump in, they're like, oh man, there's like 1,000% APY on this if I lock them to liquidity, and then the token is super inflationary or whatever it is, and the price is constantly dumping. And even though you're producing a ton of that token because of your yield farming, you're not actually making any money because of the inflationary loss. And if there's too much liquidity pool on one side or the other, and you got to rebalance, that's where your loss comes in. So that being already being built into the code and preventing impermanent loss will definitely be a great thing that will probably be done in a lot other cryptos as the DeFi sector comes back, which prevents people from losing money. And anything that prevents people from losing money is a good thing.
Yeah, let me explain this really simply. So, like, when impermanent loss is when you are effectively providing liquidity to a pool and the price of your assets that are in the pool change, right? That's effectively what happens. An example of it would be like, let's say
it's the ratio. It's the ratio of one versus the other. One gets sucked out too hard versus the other. You gotta rebalance the ratio, right? Of coins.
Yeah,
And
if the value decreases by 10% in the pool, but the value of the liquidity pool tokens only decreases by 5%, then you've incurred a 5% impermanent loss. That's kind of how that works. So that's, you'll hear people throw around terms in crypto, and I would challenge people, because I used to do this and be guilty of this. If you hear a term in crypto that you don't understand and it doesn't get explained to you, we want people to be educated here, right? Look it up. Google's a beautiful thing, right? I used to be guilty, definitely, of listening and just kind of, I'll figure it out at some point, and then like not diving into it. And I figured out really quickly that, hey, I should probably just check my ego here, right? And go look this up, right? And then all of a sudden I was like, damn, like I'm freaking intelligent. No, you were intelligent enough to go look it up, right? So just do yourself a favor, educate.
Dude, let me show you before we continue on with the articles. They actually revealed some old footage of somebody talking about Bitcoin and the hash, and how the Bitcoin algorithm works just back in the day, about 25 years ago, kind of revealing like, hey, this could be the real Satoshi Nakamoto, right? This is old footage that just got pulled up. So let me share this with you.
You have a shit-eating grin. You have a shit-eating grin on your face. This is a joke. This is a joke. I know you really well. This is a joke.
Not a joke. Trust me.
This is a joke.
Not a joke.
Bad. I'm ready for it.
Go for it. Look, this. Where is it?
You're telling me to go for it. I don't have it pulled up. I don't even know what you're pulling.
I'm going for it. Hold on.
Okay, I got you. Smash the like if you haven't already, and make sure you've got the bell notification on, guys. We see.
Look at this old footage of Satoshi Nakamoto.
I know you so well, dude.
If you don't know who that is,
yes, it's Vladimir Zelensky.
Yeah, this is
right?
the guy. Yes, yeah. This is Ukraine's president. This is what he used to do.
This is where your hundreds of billions of dollars are going to. Yeah.
But no, this is what I actually wanted to show you. This is the real footage here. It's actually Hal Finney talking about 25 years ago, talking about zero knowledge proofs, right? And explaining these concepts so long ago on a projector, dude. Like literally the little things you have to put on back in the day.
Yeah, where you like lay it on the a lot of people are probably too young for that in here.
I wonder if you can get some volume. Can you hear that?
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay, good. Never mind. Well, he explains the different concepts of how to send money and staying semi-anonymous and all these things. And it's like it goes back to, maybe Hal Finney really was Satoshi Nakamoto. We all know that he's no longer with us. Yeah. Maybe that's why the 1 million Bitcoin is locked up. But
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's very interesting that this was happening 25 years ago.
Yeah,
bro. And Bitcoin has only been around for 10. It's been a huge success.
I mean, the internet was pretty in its infancy 25 years ago. That was 1998. You know what I mean? That was definitely. I mean, the thing with technology is it moves at such a rapid pace.
One last time before we take it off.
But technology moves at such a rapid pace, but there's so many people that are so forward thinking. Like, think about it in the chat, right? there's probably a lot of people that got in on this last bull run. Okay. I would still tell you, you are a forward thinking individual for realizing and recognizing that crypto, even if you only got in because somebody told you could become a millionaire overnight, the idea that you were willing to put some risk out there, put yourself out there for something new, I pat you on the back, right? We moved back to InCrusader and I got back in 2017, right? Did we get in because we just were 100% just all in forward thinking individuals? No, I stayed out of Bitcoin for a couple years. Crusader's perfect, so I'll put myself out there, right? No, I got introduced to Bitcoin in 2014 or 15 by my buddy who was ultimately mining Bitcoin in his basement and heating his whole house with it. And I was like, dude, this dude is always got a little hustle going on. That's all I thought of it. But then as I started to look at it, I was like, man, this really freaking makes sense. And what I could never understand was how, or I understood it, I guess, a little bit too well, was how we just print our money to, after we got off the gold standard, we're just printing paper, like legitimately just printing
money.
paper.
Just monopoly money.
When was Crusader? I don't think I told you this. Honest and I sat down. We stood up at a craps table, put $100 down. There was the casino was dead. We had just got into Vegas. This was last week. And we walked up, boom, stand up, start rolling, whatever. And we start talking about Bitcoin to the table, right? And one of the guys literally starts giving us a whole bunch of pushback on it. So we educate the table, literally stood there and educated the table. By the way, both lost $100 really quickly in that round of rolls, right? So we basically paid the table to educate the whole table. One of the guys that was at the table working had read the Bitcoin standard and he's on board with us. He's like, yeah, absolutely. Boom, bam, slam. Bro, you would be amazed at how many people don't even know that we're not on the gold standard. Dude literally looked me in the face and said, well, what backs the US dollar? He's like, gold. And I was like, gold? No, it doesn't. It hasn't been. Yeah, we haven't been backed by gold since 1971. And he was like, what? That's not true. It's backed by gold. And I said, I literally will show you right now on Google that you are 50 years behind the curve, my dude. No, we haven't been for a long time. What I'm getting at is I commend everybody that's in here for taking a shot at something brand new and being forward thinking. And what you just showed at 25 years ago, think about how smart some of these individuals were to have an idea such as zero knowledge proofs 25 years ago when the internet was just in its infancy and talking about privacy and thinking about digital financial instruments and digital money.
Yeah.
Like what?
That's not controlled by government and all kinds of stuff. It's just wild.
Yeah.
I got a poll out there right now. Who do you guys think Satoshi Nakamoto is? Is it Hal Finney or is it the NSA? That's always a good little debate. So let me know in the chat. And we will get to the Ben news. We will get to the Ben news with XRP later in the show, but keep smashing those likes, guys. We'll get to that news.
Make sure to smash those likes and make sure you subscribe, guys, if you're not already. All right, so let's flip it over. We're always talking about the SEC, and they are the bane of the crypto
the bear market, dude. That's all they talk about in the bear market is the
SEC, and they're always fighting back. Just in, SEC acknowledges review of 2 spot Ethereum ETF applications. Okay. The US SEC has agreed to consider applications from 2 leading asset managers, ARK Invest and Van Eck, for spot exchange traded funds, ETFs, that will directly own Ethereum. According to the SEC's website, the agency opened a 45-day public comment period for both filings. The public can offer the views on whether the SEC should approve or reject ETFs and what the potential benefits and risks of such products are. ARK 21 shares Ethereum ETF. So ARK, just so that you guys know, that's Kathy Wood. Okay. Kathy Wood or Kathy Woods. I forget if there's an S on there or not. Is a joint venture between, it's right here. Kathy Wood's ARK Invest, a $60 billion investment firm known for bullish investments in innovative technologies, and 21 shares, a digital asset management company offering cryptocurrency ETPs in Europe. So let me ask you this, Crusader. Do you think, so we believe and kind of know that it's inevitable the ETFs are going to get approved. Do you think that they're just going to carte blanche approve a Bitcoin and Ethereum, like boom, both of them? Or do you think that Bitcoin's going to have to rock and roll and do well before ETH goes? If so, why?
Yeah, I think they're trying to set themselves up to be the first couple of companies putting in the Ethereum ETFs, because it could happen. We could have an Ethereum ETF at the later part of the bull run, right? I think the Bitcoin ETF is going to spark the bull run. That's just my thoughts, right? The whole super cycle theory. I think that's going to happen. And then we could see one eventually, but it's not going to be like within a month time frame of one another. Bitcoin has paved the way through everything, right? We've had companies adopting Bitcoin, we've had countries adopting Bitcoin, and now we're talking about spot ETF. Eventually, there would be companies there was a company, OnlyFans. They bought like $200 million
Yeah.
worth of Ethereum, right? So we're going to start seeing more of that in this next bull market as well. We're going to eventually see other countries maybe running on Ethereum, right, as well, and adopting those currencies along as they adopt with Bitcoin. Because at the end of the day, the two safest assets in the crypto space are Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you're a Bitcoin maxi, then that's okay. That's fine. But if you have an open mind, you will be picking up some Ethereum if you're in a long-term investor. There's just absolutely no way you're a long-term investor in crypto and not hold Ethereum. So it's a logical step to then get in the Ethereum spot ETF. I mean, Vitalik is in with everyone. They work with JP Morgan, right? They're in it and they're about it. So they're gonna make sure it happens.
Yeah, and if you don't understand, we look at Bitcoin as digital gold. I look at Ethereum as is basically the internet of like kind of the money internet, right? You see so much flowing around on top of the Ethereum network. That's not going to change, folks. You can talk about it being antiquated. You can talk about the fees being high. The reality is big money is in on this. They're not backing out on it. I believe that some things will change over time, just like with everything. But I don't think he's going anywhere. I think you're 100% correct. This will be massive. And I can, ETH's my biggest holding. And and this is always the case, but I still look back at the opportunity that I had to stack even more and more and more ETH, even around like $300, right? I was buying it before then, but I remember specifically when it was around $300. I remember I had, I don't know, maybe an extra like $3 or $5 grand that I was going to throw at Ethereum and buy an extra 10 to 15 ETH or whatever, right? And I was nervous. And I believed in it. I knew I had been stacking. And I don't know why, but I was freaking nervous. And dude, I know everybody's got a story like that, right? Where they could have been buying this, or maybe they bought this, but would have bought more. Ugh.
There was plenty of times, though, during the winter of 2019, 2018, I believe, one of those two. I forgot, it was December, either 2018, 2019. ETH was sitting at $80 for a decent amount of time. It wasn't like there for a week. It wasn't there for like 2 days, maybe a week. Oh, I missed it. And it ran back up. No,
$87, something like that.
85, 87, $95, barely $100 for a good old long time. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities. I dollar cost. I've got my first ETH at 297, 2 something around there, 290 something, and I dollar cost averaged all the way down into the 80s. Could I bought more? Yeah. Did I? No. But I bought as much as I could at the time. I was still learning about smart contracts. The ICO bubble had just burst. I was like, oh my God, is it really over for Ethereum? Right? It was my first bear market. I wasn't going to throw my entire life savings. I was already in debt, $16,000 with a loan. I was like, I can't keep going any deeper. Right. So I did what I could. And it's always going to be like that. Everyone's going to have that experience, whether this is your first bear market or your second or whatever it is. You're always going to have a moment where you're like, I should have bought more and I didn't. Everyone's
got the opportunity to continue to do exactly what we're talking about, dollar cost average. I want to hit something real quick. RC Moore says using Ben for clickbait. Very nice. And then a bunch of down whatever. I just want to throw out there that we do have news on this. And by the way, that title was Ben approved. So just want to be, really clear on that. We're buddies. Okay. So don't think that I would use my boy for a clickbait title without getting freaking permission. Okay. All right. Just want to clear that up. I'm not getting
no more lawsuits, please.
Oh man, we love you guys. Make sure to smash the like if you haven't already. We're having some fun today. We were just talking about Ethereum, which rolls us in right nicely into the next. We believe in ETH. Sounds like the whales do too. Ethereum whales, unfazed by prices, pulls $8.1 million worth of ETH from Binance and buys NFTs.
That's a confident whale.
That is a confident whale. Ethereum is under pressure and has just dropped below 1,600. However, on-chain data shows that a crypto whale, OXB154, has moved more coins from Binance to a non-custodial wallet. On September 21st, the ETH whale transferred $8.1 million of the coin. Here's the transfer, showing it right here. When crypto prices contract, outflows from non-custodial wallets to centralized ramps, including Binance and Coinbase, tend to rise. This is because centralized exchanges supporting stablecoins or fiat, including the euro or JPY, offer an interface where they can easily swap for the safety of the less volatile fiat currencies or tokens designed to mirror them, including USDT. That the holder is shifting tokens away from Binance, regardless of the heightened volatility, can signal confidence for ETH and the broader Ethereum ecosystem. It is not immediately clear what could have motivated the whale to move coins away from the exchange at this point. Well, the first thing is you got $8.1 million on an exchange. That's, for me, the first problem, right? However, what's evident is that ETH is down roughly 4% from September 21st peak and moving further away from April 2023 highs when it rose to over $2,100. Well, that's obviously just this year's highs. Records show that it's not the first time the whales move funds. On September 6th, the investor withdrew 9,688 ETH, worth $15.8 million from Binance. Less than 2 weeks earlier, the whale notably transferred 22,000 ETH to Binance. Crusader, let me just ask this. So first of all, would you ever hold $22 million of freaking anything on an exchange?
No.
Hell no.
Absolutely no.
We're
going to talk about Ben. Let's talk about Ben, right? Look what happened with Celsius. They were holding $3 million, give or take, on Celsius, and they lost it, right? And many other people all around the world lost a lot of money on Celsius, lost money on BlockFi, lost money on Voyager, lost money on FTX, because money was being held on these centralized things. Crypto and any crypto organization, exchange, service is not your bank. We're not here to leave our crypto in somebody else's custody. We're here to hold our own custody. And until people learn that 100% of the time, they will always have people that lose money to these centralized services.
Yeah.
Never, ever trust your money in someone else's hands.
Yeah. We have a friend of ours that's been a little bit of an advisor to us on some stuff that holds a lot of money on exchanges, and we kind of jab at him a little bit for doing it. And he's very open and honest about the fact that he does it. I just personally can't bring myself to not see what's happened, even just with the traditional banking system.
Dude, exactly.
How can you not see it? Like
traditional banking systems, FDIC insured, only up to 250.
And hold on,
you got $1 million, you lost the other 75%.
The better part of that is FDIC insured. I had a discussion with a hedge fund manager about this last week. If less than 1% or half of 1%, I don't remember if it was 1 or less than half of 1%. If you took the money that's in the banks that people that have over 250K, right? So these are the people that insured. It's half of a percent or 1% of those people that have over 250K, right? Only half of a percent or 1% of them are actually protected. They don't have the money to cover the amount of money that's in these banks. So FDIC insurance is BS anyway. It's Fugazi. It's just, it'll cover a one-off. It'll cover a two-off. It'll cover off 10 people, 1,000 people, whatever. But if legitimately things crashed, it's only going to cover a percent maybe of the people that have over 250K. They're screwed. It's not a real thing. Like,
exactly right. So why would you keep so much money there? Even if you were guaranteed 250, why would you keep 2-3 million? Have separate accounts, right? And in separate banks, and keep your 250 always insured, right? And I see people in the chat talking about, I see Billy, I see a few others talking about people losing money on hot wallets, right? Mark Cuban lost almost $1 million, 800 something. Jason Casper also lost 700,000, right? Almost millions of dollars on these hot wallet hacks, right? So hot wallets, centralized exchanges, don't trust any of that to keep large amounts of money.
These hackers are smarter than you, folks.
Dude,
good news.
So smart, bro. And unfortunately, it's not that we're dumb. It's just it can be anywhere. The internet is such a dangerous place. They can hide a malicious link. They can hide a malicious attack anywhere where you literally cannot see it. And then it's like, dude, I did everything. I looked at everything. Nothing looked wrong. And boom, they got you. Because it just takes time. They have more patience than you do to make sure they can put it where you're going to click on it. So
we go so far as to we were working with somebody.
Diversify your cold storage.
Oh,
Don't keep
for
it
sure.
all on one. Diversify them.
For sure. We go so far as with security that when we get sponsorship opportunities, even when we know it's from like a legit company and they send us a link, we tell them, no, we're not clicking that freaking link. And then I run it through this basically link scanner. Like, guys, you've got to, it just is what it is, right? It is a dog eat dog world out there. And if you're somebody that holds crypto and you hold crypto like just on your computer, that's actually hot, that's on the internet, be freaking careful, right? That's why I hold almost all of my crypto on cold storage, because it's just kind of crazy. I actually have some money somewhere right now that I need to move. I just don't like to have it
right now. I just finished moving up.
You just made a
last
move.
week.
Yeah.
Everything to my cold storage. I think I have maybe $1,000 on Coinbase.
Yeah.
Right, and that's just because it's sitting there. I'm waiting to buy something if it comes drop lower or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's nothing ridiculous. I just want to remind everybody, we got 120 people in here. Smash those likes. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. I know we can do it. And if you're not a member of the show, you want to support us, join. I think the button is over here right below Keeper. Hit the join button and become a member like Billy and everybody else and get some cool emojis.
Yes, get you your emojis. All right, we're getting to the Ben stuff. Don't worry. But before we do, let's talk about the global debt, because that is always something that's important. And this is something that they probably don't want us talking about, but let's talk about it because this number is redonkulous. Global debt hits a record 307 trillion with a T in Q2, up $10 trillion in 6 months. Do you know who? Crusader, was it you yesterday or who told me that it took us 100 years to rack up $1 trillion in our first $1 trillion of national debt? Took 100 years.
Like 140 years, I think it was.
We're up $10 trillion in global debt in 6 months. Now I know that's globally. We were just talking about the U.S.
In the U.S. alone, it took us. We were at 32 trillion in June of this year, and in 3 to 4 months we hit another $1 trillion. We just hit 33 trillion in the US alone.
Global debt surged to a staggering $307 trillion in the second quarter of 2023, marking an increase $10 trillion within the first 6 months of the year, despite mounting interest rates, which have put a damper on bank credit, as reported by the Institute of International Finance. The IFF, a financial consortium representing the largest global banks and financial powerhouses, also noted that over the past decade, global debt rocketed by a staggering $100 trillion. Debt has kept on rising as a fraction of global gross domestic product, going from 336% at the end of 2022 to an expected 337% by the end of this year, after climbing from 334. The uptick in the ratio has been largely attributed to expansive budget deficits, sluggish economic growth, and decelerating inflation. It comes after nearly 2 years of rampant inflation. All right, hold on one second. I want to pull down right here. Global debt has been growing even as central banks raise interest rates to rein in on inflation, with the Federal Reserve having, for example, raised rates by more than 5% over the last 18 months. The report noted that the government debt levels are, quote, at alarming rates in many countries, as the global financial architecture is not adequately prepared to manage risks associated with strains in domestic debt markets. Ladies and gentlemen, this is fiat currency, okay? This is a fantastic example of why we like Bitcoin. 21 million will only ever be created. This is why we mine Bitcoin. This is why we invest in Bitcoin. This is why we talk about Bitcoin. This is why we tell you to read the Bitcoin Standard. All of these things are freaking important because it's really hard money. How do you think we got to $300 trillion in debt? Fiat. There's nothing backing it. So when the big dogs need money, or Ukraine needs money, or whatever, we just say, hey, bruh, hey, Jerome, turn on the press. And they turn on the printing press, and it is silently taxing each and every one of you, me included, Crusader included, to death. And it's going to continue to get worse. They can slow down the economy with rising interest rates. They can try to fight this, but the reality is, we are on the way out. This is why the CBDC, or part of the reason why the CBDC is going to be introduced. It is part of the way that they're going to trick you into thinking that it is A, more convenient, and B, going to be beneficial for our financial system as a whole. And why and how are they going to do that? I think that they are going to do it, A, by pushing it out to the people that have to take it first, i.e., Social Security, Medicaid, all of these checks that welfare, all these checks that people have no option. They're just going to say, hey, here's the CBDC. So that's the first way they're going to do it. The second way they're going to do it is they're going to rely on each and every one of you on being uneducated. They want each and every one of you to continue to just, oh, the government told me this is good for me, so I should do it, without you actually critically thinking.
100%, dude. 100%. Just want to quickly let you know about our poll. So 53 votes went in, and 67% believe that the NSA is Satoshi Nakamoto. Only 32% believe Hal Finney is Satoshi Nakamoto. That's very, very interesting.
I think we've
I got another poll. Who does the global debt go to? Who do we pay that to? The aliens or Mr. B?
This is a good point. We could just shoot the global debt off to the moon and now we're debt free, right? That'd be a simple solution.
I don't know.
Just fire it off to the moon. You know what I mean? We'll go pick it up the next time we go walk on the moon. You know what I mean?
The next time? Were we there the first time?
That's a question for Danger Close South.
Yeah.
On Sunday, 1 p.m. We'll talk about it. So smash the like if you haven't already, guys. Thank you for being here. We're about to talk about XRP, and we're about to talk about your boy, Ben Armstrong. So let's start off with XRP. Ripple's got some stuff going on. It's Crusader's favorite token on planet Earth. If you guys are just joining in, he is the bull of all bulls for XRP. So I just want to throw that out there. I hold a lot, but Crusader is a believer. Ripple partner Union Bank becomes first Philippine bank to receive full VASP license. According to a local report, the bank received a license from Banco Central Philippine, early this week to function as virtual asset service provider. Crypto I don't know if that's right, a notable figure in the XRP community, spotlighted the development in a tweet for Ripple and XRP enthusiasts. Here's his tweet. It says, notably, the Banco Central Filipinas, which has authorized Union Bank to be VASP, represents the country's central bank. The report highlighted that the milestone of the Ripple partner positions it as the inaugural and solitary universal bank authorized to offer such services in the Philippines. Before this approval, access to crypto asset services had been restricted to a select group of Union Bank app users. The report stated that Union Bank is now poised to expand its crypto business to a broader spectrum of its clientele through the full VASP license. Listen, guys, the reality is we saw Citibank come out. I'm just calling it like it is. You're looking at somebody that holds a bunch of XRP. Do I want to see it go to the moon? I do. Do I think it's going to the moon? I don't. But I hope that it goes somewhere.
It's the aliens currency, dude. They've taken over the entire galaxy, and everyone's going to be using it. Once we get conquered by the aliens and the alien invasion happens, XRP is going to be the token.
XRP is the currency. That's right. And so I'm well positioned for that. But should that not be the case, you have to understand that Citibank, for example, over 2 years ago, set up effectively to do what XRP does, and that just went live. I just genuinely can't get on board with the idea that these companies aren't going to use their own products and services, that they're going to just transfer all of their ability. They have the technology to do this. Most of this is open source. They've got the money to be able to make it work. Why would they just hand over the keys to the kingdom to another private entity? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Do I think it's going to do well? Do I think XRP works? Yeah, it works. It's fast. It's cheap. It's efficient. It does the things that it does.
But genuinely can't. Many other currencies are fast and cheap too, right? Yeah. But look at this comment here. It says from Crypto Steve, says, if you like centralized, highly inflationary bankers coin, be Ripple's exit liquidity. Yeah, man. It comes to it, right? It could be the bee's knees, right? But it comes down to what you were saying. Why would all these massive institutions, governments give up their power of having a currency that they can control and hand it over to Ripple, right? If it wasn't for Ripple, right? If Ripple didn't exist, let's say somebody created XRP like how they created Bitcoin, and they just set it free. Go be free into the cryptocurrency world. Would it have the adoption that it has in the bankers' eyes, no. Right? They swear that they have all these banks, right? Whether they do or they don't, let's assume that they do. Would they have it without Ripple? No, right? So can XRP survive without Ripple? I don't think so, right? Because no bank connections, no partnership, XRP go away, right? It doesn't do nothing. So with that being said, you're focusing on whether XRP, the token, is decentralized. It is centralized because it's being ran by a company that's the one that keeps it going, even though it ain't going up. started going down, it keeps it going, right? They're also connected with the World Economic Forum. The same guys that we talk about that everybody knows, no bueno. Why would you be falling in line with those guys? Oh, because it's inevitable. Might as well get in line. That's not the right mentality to have. That's not what crypto's about, right? We came here to have financial freedom, not to be financially enslaved by some CBDC. I believe that they're just going to use the Ripple technology that XRP created. Well, the XRP technology that Ripple created for CBDCs, and then everyone can have the technology but still be able to control it through their own technology and CBDCs.
Yeah, I'm getting more and more on board with that. But I have always been, and I've been like this since, I mean, for a long time. You've never heard me call for a $10,000 XRP, even $100 XRP. I talk about I'm selling half my bags at $5, right below $5. Like, and I'm hopeful that it gets there, right?
And $5 is a huge move from
oh,
where
I
it's
know
at.
it'd be a 10x
Dude,
from where it's at right now.
it's huge, and people are like, "That's not enough."
Yeah.
$100,
It's
$500.
It's because we're spoiled in crypto. That's what it comes down to.
It's because they're drinking the Kool-Aid with the aliens, bro, thinking that's going to take over the SWIFT system with the switch, right? The switch is going to be flipped, and bam, you're going to be the new world's billionaires.
That's right. Overnight, they are going to bless all of us, including myself, as elites.
If it's too good to be true,
billionaires.
It's because it is.
Yeah. All right. The moment you've all been waiting for. Let's talk about it. First of all, smash the like if you haven't already. If you guys are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We're always having fun over here. We're always educating you. We're here every day, and we have, I'm telling you right now, the best show coming out. I'm telling you, right? Like, just stand by. It's different than anything you guys have seen. We have big people backing this because it is freaking fantastic. It's going to be fun, and it's going to involve each and every one of you. So if you're not subscribed already, do it. There's going to be a financial incentive or possible financial incentive as well. Make sure that you guys stick around. We'll be announcing that soon. We're just kind of buttoning some things up in the background, but we are super excited. I'm excited to do it in the bear market, dude, because as this happens now and we build, dude, when the bull market takes off, it's going to be wild, bro. Everybody's going to know debate crypto. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, all right. A lot of you know, Crusader and I are good friends with Ben Armstrong. I was about to call him Bitboy, but he is no longer Bitboy. I talk to Ben personally almost every day. So you saw the title, right? You saw the title. You saw what Crusader said. I will tell you that Crusader handcuffed me to that title. I was very hesitant. We
got to speak the truth, bro. We can't hold back.
That's right. And if you listen to what he said crypto scam. Okay. He didn't say crypto scammer. Okay. Let's pull this up. Here it is. Bitboy Crypto supposedly holds $80 million in XRP, yet asks community for donations. Now, when I saw this, because, I talked to Ben a lot, I laughed and I was like, what in the hell is this? So you start looking into it. It says, Ben, also known as Bitboy Crypto, has recently become entangled in a lawsuit with his former partners from Hit Network. You guys know what's going on, right? The former Bitboy Crypto employee is now asking for donations from the crypto community using emotional videos sharing his story. And on September 21st, he shared a multi-millionaire XRP address in response to supposed requests for a donation address by the XRP community. So let me show you this. So here was his tweet, right? Boom. Here's the XRP address. Okay. Let me show you something right here. Do y'all see what this is? Oh, I can't even highlight it. This right here. It's called a tag. This is where you guys are going to get a little educated today. Okay. But let me just show you this. Here's what it said. It says and shows in the wallet that there's over 160 million XRP in said wallet.
Which is confirmed. I checked, I saw it.
Which is confirmed. Okay. Now, let's talk about what's really going on over here. Okay.
That's a lot of XRP, bro.
It's a lot of XRP. It's a lot of freaking
and XRP. He is the XRP leader.
And he is the XRP, leader. Yeah, but the supreme leader, supreme leader of the XRP army. Yes. And so ultimately, guys, listen, that wallet, drum roll, please,
is loaded.
Is loaded with XRP. And it is, drum roll, please, crypto.com's holdings of XRP. So here's what it is. And so the scam is in this freaking article, right?
The article, man. The
article is the freaking scam. And this
That's
is
right.
why, listen, you guys, you cannot believe the shit that you see, right? First of all, if you really believed that somebody would be stupid enough to ask for listen, the man is down right now. He's trying to figure out getting through a fucked up, excuse my mouth, a messed up situation, right? I feel for him, so I can get a little emotional about it. But I want to see him get through this, right? But if you guys think that he would be stupid enough,
so how does it work?
I'm gonna explain how I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain it in just a second. But if you think that he would be stupid enough to say, hey, here, give me some XRP donations, and he has $80 million in the wallet, do you not think he would give you a freaking new wallet? Come on, people.
Those things are expensive to make, dude. It takes time. Sometimes you just
those
don't got
wallets
time.
are really tough. So here's how it works. XRP has a tag with it. So what you were seeing is you were just putting in the wallet address and searching it up. Well, the wallet address,
which is connected to crypto.com.
So what it's giving you is the wallet address. And unless you search it with the tag, I believe, let me just take a look because he sent it to me. There is 255.57
thousand
XRP.
million.
255.57 XRP in his wallet right now. Okay. So a little bit off from the 161 million. So here's the thing, guys. Just get yourselves educated, right? This is the whole point of the crypto space. The more you can educate yourself, the better you can do in the long term. And, so this is a simple idea. XRP, the XRP ledger, all of it has a tag with it. It is literally just saying, hey, here's the main wallet. Here's effectively the subdomain or here's where it's actually going.
Yeah.
And so
I think the reason why a lot of people fell for this is because, especially the people that wrote the articles first, most of the time the people that write articles don't know jack squat about anything, right? But I think it's because it's commonly known that in the crypto space, you have your wallet address and then boom, it tells you exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That XRP tag thing, I've never used XRP, so I haven't ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that with any other crypto either. So if there is another crypto that uses tags like that, drop it in the chat. I would like to know. But I've never used any crypto address that has a tag that goes with it. It's just address. So whoever wrote the article or was assigned to the article was like, wallet address, 161 million XRP. This guy's a scammer. We got to call him out. And it's going to get clicks. It's going to get views, right? Why do we have 120 people in here today? Because of that exact same reason. It's an emotional time. Things are boring in the crypto space, and the most dramatic thing happening could possibly happen, has happened now, which is the biggest crypto channel starting to implode and explode in massive drama, right? So,
and I do want to throw out there,
it's just Fugazi.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to throw out there for everybody. You guys obviously know I'm Team Ben here, but we're also friends with a lot of the people over at Hit Network. Like I'm not getting in the middle.
Everybody,
we're friends with every freaking buddy, right? This whole thing sucks, right? We've refrained from commenting on this, but what I do want to say is that you guys just need to be kind, because I promise you, firsthand, you don't know the whole story. You just don't, right? So just be aware, right? So you see things about celebrities and the things that they've done and and all you're getting is what is being pushed out. You guys see simply how just headlines get pushed out by CNN versus Fox, right? And they're two totally different stories. And we just jump on, grab hold, the headline said it, I'm in. You don't have all the information. And so just keep that in mind. We want to see people do well. And even if you believed every single bad thing that you heard, wouldn't you want to see somebody be able to redeem themselves? I mean, I just want to throw that out there. So we love you, Ben. We're rooting for you. And ultimately, we just want to see this thing get resolved, because this has just been an ugly, hard thing to go through in the crypto space. So
100%.
Newsflash, he doesn't have $80 million in XRP. He has about $128 of XRP right now. So
that's right. So don't follow into the headlines. Don't fall into the drama, right? Don't fall into all this. Nobody knows everything that's going on. Only the people that are going through it know it. There's no reason to be speculating. There's no money to be made on these speculations. It's not like you're speculating on crypto, right? So focus on what really matters. Focus on your portfolios. Focus on what crypto is actually doing, and don't live up for this crazy dramatic thing that it's not good. It's ugly all around.
Yeah.
There's no winning side. Everyone's getting hurt on this thing,
Yeah.
and it's just terrible. I hate drama, dude. I hate dealing with any of this stuff. I hate doing any of the clickbait stuff when it comes to, like, people follow up on these stories every single day. I see thumbnails on YouTube about bend this, bend that. It's like, dude, shut up. Like, you don't know nothing. You're just reading tweets and getting views and clicks. Like, you're just spreading more BS. I mean, I hate it.
Yep. So, yeah, Crypto Fam, we love you guys. We appreciate you for being here. It's a Friday afternoon. You could have been anywhere, but you're hanging out with Debate Crypto. We hope that everybody has a great weekend. If you guys are out partying, having fun, do your thing. Just please don't drink and drive. I like to remind people of that. I know it's the weekend and you get a little rowdy or whatever. Have fun. Just don't drink and drive. There's a little thing called Uber.
That's right, baby.
We love you guys. Just remember, question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We'll see you soon.